It's 5:31.
At your spirit channel, don't forget.
First off, welcome everyone. This is the highest attended thing since the last booster meeting, so thanks for really appreciate everyone showing up. This is years and years of planning. Essentially, since I got here, I started planning for this moment. And this is just a tremendously exciting day for me and the program as we unveil this big project. So I just wanted to say thank you very much for joining us today, and you will not be disappointed. This is a huge, groundbreaking change coming to the program, and it's going to impact every facet of the program. All right? Let's start off with a couple interesting rumors. All right.
We're the guitars.
Some of my favorite are that we're building an auditorium. All right. And this, by the way, me calling it a rumor doesn't disprove it from being announced later. I've heard that I'm getting an assistant director. I've heard that I'm going to reveal the marching band show. We're getting a new band room. And my favorite, Mr. Luby's going to love this one, but a huge pay raise for the head band director. All right, so let's start off with just a little bit of history about the program. Since arriving in 2007, we have seen a huge growth in the program in terms of quality and in terms of what we've been able to accomplish. The first time that we did anything substantial, some of you might remember, there's a lot of alumni here, but in 2009, think back, 2009, all right, that's tempered steel. Yeah, right, up there. The first time we had a prop, and it was also the first time we won something. It was the first time we won the Bishop Fenwick show, which we have not lost the Bishop Fenwick show since then. It's also the first time that we made finals at any show, and that was Coal Ring. I went back and looked the score. The year prior, actually, we missed finals by 15 points. And then the next year, we made finals at Coal Ring. So that was a huge, awesome experience. The band had never performed at night under the lights. So that was very, very exciting. Some of us remember being on an insane candy high because that was also Halloween. That night also further pushed the band. That was our first taste of real success. And that pushed the students, really got together and bonded and understood that, you know, maybe there's something fun to this band thing. And we took that success and we made finals at Mid-States, which was a huge deal. Fast forward a couple years, and we're Mid-States class champions this year. Huge deal. It was a tremendous amount of fun. I actually, Jill Strong took a video of the announcement of that night. I have it on my YouTube account. It's really awesome. I went back and watched it like last week. It was really cool. We've made semifinals at BOA 2 years in a row. To do something of that nature is very difficult. I can't even begin to express how difficult that is. When I was in high school, we never made semifinals twice in a row. I made it my sophomore year and then my senior year, and that's all we did. It's very difficult making it 2 years in a row, especially nowadays. More and more programs are getting more competitive, spending more money on the marching program, getting very serious about it. It's very difficult to make that. Last year we were named our first time being regional, hopefully not the last time, Class A champions at a BOA event. Woo! And the Color Guard and Winter Guard program has also seen a huge step up in their success. Last year they made semifinals at WGI, which, in case you're wondering, I believe there were over 150 guards that were competing at WGI Nationals last year. So in order to make semifinals there, that's almost more difficult than making semifinals at BOA. It's a huge accomplishment for the program. It speaks volumes about what we're doing. We were also regional, the color guard was also, or the winter guard was also regional finalists at the Cincinnati WGI Regional, and that also is a huge, huge accomplishment. We also have a superior wind ensemble. Right? We started off a couple years ago, Class C, and we got a 2, but we slowly and steady have built up. We went Class C, got a 1 the year after. Class B got a 1 the year after that. And then last year, we got a 1 in Class A, which is the second most difficult bracket that you can go into. Hopefully this year we'll continue that trend. All right. Because of this group success that we've built upon, it hasn't just been the group that receives this success. The students have also understood and gained from that. It's not just about the group anymore. It's about our individual students achieving success. We've had 2 All-State members, 1 in each of the past 3 years. In fact, Danielle Reynolds was 2nd chair flute this year. It's a pretty big deal. We had three students, right? 3 guys marching the Rose Parade, which was an awesome, awesome experience. They flew out to California, rehearsed with some of the best educators in the United States. This is not the correct number. I just put 7. It's probably closer to 10 to 15 students have been made, or have made it into District Honor Band, which is a huge, huge honor. We consistently have superior and excellent ratings at OMEA Solo Ensemble, which is where the students go and compete on an individual one-on-one basis. And then we also, a little known fact, but more than a quarter of our students, when they graduate, go on into some sort of collegiate or professional activity. We have lots and lots of students in DCI. We also have lots and lots of students that are playing in college still. And we have, last year alone, we graduated 18 seniors, and I believe 6 of them went into music. Those numbers are unreal, and that was even after I said, there's no job. Do something else. So it's a huge deal. It's not just the group that's achieving success and growth from this success that we've built on. We have a very bright future coming ahead of us. I don't know if you know this, but we only have 12 seniors in the marching band. We only have 14 in the wind ensemble. That speaks volumes to the future. We've been averaging about 25 plus every year. So if we keep that average up, I think we know what's going to happen next year. We're going to run out of room. All right, the buses are full, and it's doing a lot. We have 10 juniors next year. 10. Is that right? I think that's right. That's a good enough number for me. We have 10 juniors. So we're losing 12 now, and we're going to lose 10 next year. If we continue the rate of growth, this program will be significantly larger in the future, and it'll just automatically happen. I think that's something very exciting for the grade schoolers to be a part of, because a lot of the grade school programs are 10, 15 students at a time. They don't have an opportunity to perform with 80, 90, 100 plus students together. That is a fun, exciting prospect for us. The recruitment at LaSalle has gone over a huge transformation thanks to Jake Pucci, Mike Clifton, and the blessings of Tom Luby, making sure that we have a fresh, new image at LaSalle, making sure people are understanding the great work we're doing here, educating the students. I've seen lots of great things coming out of Macaulay and Mercy, also bolstering their image, making sure that people understand that these children are getting fantastic opportunities. Thanks to these things, LaSalle High School is becoming a destination for the band program. This is the first year that I've worked with Mr. Pucci and Mr. Clifton, and I've found more students out there that play instruments than I ever have before. It is a great, great opportunity. Ms. Luby, do you remember some of these back here?
I may need one of those.
I believe this center picture is the first band uniform that they have, and you can see that we've evolved through many, many different images and concepts of how we look. over here was the early 90s. These are in the 60s and 70s. And then most recently, through the early 2000s, was this one, that uniform. And then 2 years ago, 2 years ago, we got our most recent uniform change, which was designed by Michael Cesario. We have a newly designed Shako that we're getting next year. That is not the big announcement. This is strictly a teaser to keep you going. All right. The new Shako, it was designed by Michael Cesario. I started working on this. I started thinking about this and brainstorming when we got the original uniforms. It was always my intent to finish the uniforms off. The simple black Shako was not meant to be the Shako. There's always been, so the uniform's always been half complete. So we have a Shako that's designed, again, by Michael Cesario, who is the leader in uniform designs. He has most of the bands that make finals at BOA. He designs most of their uniforms. I believe this uniform is very unique and different, though. As you can see, this Shako looks very much like our uniforms. This is one of the first Shakos that I've seen that mimics and kind of brings the uniform up into the hat. This Shako is actually wrong, though. Our Shako does not look like this. It's a little inverted. Zach, are you ready? Watch your head. This is what our Shako is. As you can see, the white is inverted. And so what it does is it takes that L and it carries it straight up to the top of the plume. When Michael Cesario first sent me this image of the jacket, I immediately thought, we got to get big white plumes. And the idea was to have marching L's around the field. From a distance, you will only see a big white gash, and that should make a nice, beautiful L. The black spear you see, that is a new fad. Very few bands are doing it right now because it's brand new. It mimics the black in the chest, and that carries it onto the hat and up and out. So this is a new thing. I have never seen any band uniform that takes the hat and the jacket and combines it into one composite image. They're not, without one, it doesn't look quite as impressive. The best part about this uniform is that both parts of them help each other and make each other stronger. So that is the fully designed uniform. Thank you, Zach. We are very lucky to be here at LaSalle. Some of you have started to realize this. Unfortunately, you usually figure out how lucky you are once you graduate. I'm telling you right now, this program is unique. The support that we get from the administration makes us very, very lucky. Thanks to Tom Luby, we've been able to... It's thanks to his commitment to this program to make sure that we have the best equipment that our students can play on. Nobody feels great playing on a marimba that's falling over at a football game. That actually happened. Nobody feels good on a vibraphone that when you play it, it sounds like a car door. All right, that actually happened. All right, these are all things that we have to have in order for the students to feel successful. Without Tom Luby's support, we would not have been able to spend almost $80,000 on the band upgrading needed instruments in the past. Don't worry, I still have over $140,000 on my list. Sorry, Tom. So this is a huge opportunity. The Catholic schools are all very blessed and are able to really get that great support from their administration. And I do think that Mr. Luby is the best when it comes to that. So thank you, Mr. Luby. Next slide. So this is a great time to be in the LaSalle Band. We have a lot of problems. We're getting too big. Oh no, we have to order another bus. So these are all great problems though. These are all very good problems. With the growth of the band, we're packing the trailer extremely tight. And I know, is Rich here? Rich is here. He can tell you, packing that trailer, I remember talking to you the first day that we were heading to, I think it was down to Nippert. And it's like, you came in and you're like, I don't think it's going to fit. And I was like, oh, Rich, make it fit. and thanks to Rich and a bunch of great pit crew dads and moms, we have been able to make it fit, and that's been fantastic. Thankfully, that trailer has gotten us down the road. The new percussion equipment that I mentioned, the marimbas and the vibraphones and all the other fun toys that I like to buy, all those things are growing, and they're only getting bigger, which leads us to a problem. It's like, where are we going to put it all? We first hit this problem of how are we going to get to the show when we did the balance. We had those, how many people? Those teeter-totters were the first time that we took a second trailer to all of our events. And we actually haven't stopped doing that. We don't have huge 15-foot long props anymore, but we still have this requirement to take these two trailers to make sure that we can get down the road. Because of this, I've always had concern about the safety of the trailer. It just doesn't look right. Thankfully, Mike Flam and the other parents and the parents that drive the trailer, like Mr. Kreutzkamp, are always up on that and making sure that the trailer is safe and can get down the road. And he always finds another thing to buy to put on the trailer and make it safer. So that's been very helpful to have those people. The trailer is actually a symbol. Some of you might not realize it. It's a symbol of the pride of the program. It's a symbol of the health of a program. And it's also a symbol of the success of a program. I can't tell you the number of times that we've gone to a competition and we pull up and it's, oh my goodness. You know, you don't even have to see the bands. You see their trailer and you go, I know that program's good. I know it is. So with this, I started a dream several years ago, and I want to show you my dream. Yeah! All right. So this here is this is what we call this is a 48-foot Kentucky trailer. It's a Kentucky style trailer, not it's from Kentucky. It is a Kentucky trailer. That means that it's nice and low to the ground, which makes it nice when you have to push the marimbas up then. All right, so that's a Kentucky trailer. It's 48 feet long, and I can tell you right now, we are not getting a 48-foot Kentucky trailer. All right, we're just not. Okay, it costs a lot of money. All right. So the idea is that we have to have something to get us down the road. 2007, the dream started. You just saw the dream, all right? So it just sat there for a while. In August of 2012, it might have been earlier than that, but in August of 2012, the administration over at LaSalle called a meeting to get together some of the arts people and some of the sports people. And that was Matt Durkers, who's over there. Tom Luby was there. Ken Barlag and Don Ruber. One of the big questions that they asked was, how can we get the alumni involved in the program? What can we do? And I went, I have a dream! And they said, well, that sounds like a lot of money. Let's see what we can do. In October of 2012, so I've known about this for a while, we had an anonymous parent come up and donate a sum of money to us. So that brought us to, in January of 2013, we made a purchase. This is a 51-foot. All right, and because of the generous donation of $30,000, we were able to purchase the trailer. All right, but this is not going to finish it. I don't think we want to go to a show. Right. This is actually our trailer. You can see from the snow. This was purchased in January, and that was taken after we purchased it. And this is a huge opportunity and a huge deal. So that brings us to talk with Mr. Jerkers, and I'm going to bring him up.
Can I say wow?
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
First of all, if you don't know who I am, I'm Matt Jerkers. I'm a 91 grad. I've been working at LaSalle for the last 12 years in the advancement office. And know a lot of you people, a lot of the parents I know by face. Don't know all the kids, especially the girls, sorry. But, you know, one of the cool things about working at LaSalle in the alumni office is you get to meet some great people that want to change what we're doing here at LaSalle. And you kind of get to help them make their dreams a reality for all of you guys. It's a cool thing that somebody's willing to invest $30,000 so that you guys can get to your equipment can get to a band competition safely. So it's a neat thing to be a part of a program that you have supportive people that are willing to support what you're doing. So I bring that up because recently LaSalle's had some really generous people. Okay, if you haven't heard, we've had another anonymous gift. Nobody wants to know who gave it. Thanks, Tom Louie, for the $500,000. And it wasn't you? But we had $500,000 that somebody is donating to the schools so that students have the opportunity to go to school here. Yeah. That leads us to this. You know, we've had a $30,000 gift because somebody believes in what's going on here in the band, in this room right here, and out on the field. Okay, they believe in that guy right there, I know for sure. And I'm pretty sure that guy deserves a round of applause. Let's give it up. So here's I'm I guess the hammer, if you want to call me that. So here's the goal. The goal here is $30,000, but our project is a lot more than that. So we've got to renovate that thing. We'll go back to that slide real quick. I don't think any of us want to see an Atlas, whatever, running down the road. Bottom line is that thing needs a lot of work. Okay, it's a 2001 Mike, right? 99. It's a 1999 trailer. It's been on the road moving people's stuff from Chicago to California to Cincinnati, whatever it might be. So it needs work. So you want to go back to the next slide? So we've initiated a campaign to renovate this thing. And we already have it. It's ours. We picked it up on Monday, sitting out in a trailer manufacturing place down off of Coleraine. And so we've got our work cut out to make this thing work. Right now we have a goal to make that $30,000 into $75,000. Okay? And what is that all going to do? We're going to go over that in a second. But we've initiated a campaign called the Band on the Move campaign. And really it's really about generating enthusiasm from all of our alumni, our current parents, our past parents, to be not valid, but to be investors in this current program so that our future Lancers have these great benefits in the Pride of LaSalle Marching Band. So with that, a lot of you probably are asking, how in the heck are we going to get this trailer from point A to point B? Well, that's the other great thing about being involved in a large network of alumni, 10,642 if you need to know exactly. That's how many alumni that are a part of the LaSalle network. Well, one of them is a guy by the name of Joe Mazer. He owns Mazer Trunking. And called up Joe and said, hey Joe, we got this project. And before I said anything, he goes, I'm in, because he knew what was coming. So that's the cool thing about being a part of the LaSalle community. Our guys are stepping up, parents are stepping up, past parents are stepping up to make sure that things happen at LaSalle on a continual basis. Okay? So the transportation issue is done. We got that thing covered. Want to hit the next slide? Finances. Go. All right, so we're going to start at the bottom real quick. Okay, we purchased the trailer for $15,000. We've got about $8,300 in repairs that we need to do. Okay, we've got renovations on the trailer of about $36,000. $36,000 is a lot of money. Okay, why do we need that? Well, putting a second level in it, we're putting outlets in it. You got air compressors, you got generators, you got the whole 9 yards. It's got an awning that pulls out so that when you guys are at band competitions, put the food out. Moms and dads are all going to be cooking. We're going to have this big hot thing going, and it all costs money. Okay. Bottom line is that's a pretty darn good deal from what we've done our research on. Okay. We've got to paint the bottom of the trailer. That's another $3,000. The wrap for the trailer. Make this thing look like those trailers that you see at competitions. Those things are not cheap. Okay, those are state-of-the-art things, and it's about a budget of about $10,000. Oh, by the way, we just happen to have a grad that does that as a business. So we're working on that right now. We're hoping to get that donated. Okay, and then I know this is a big thing in talking with Mike and also Brian. You know, this is not going to be a drain on the operations of the band. I want to get that across pretty clean and crisp. This project, we're building money into the project so that band fees are for the operations of the band. This campaign is going to take care of the trailer for the next 10 or 15 years. Not one penny of your band fees is going to go to the operations of this band trailer. So I want to, at least share all of that with you so that you guys know that we've done our homework. We've listened to Mike and Brian and some of the board members to say, hey, we know financial times are what they are. We want to make sure that we position this project in a very, very positive light. So, total expenses $77,000. Right now we've got $35,000 in the bank. If I do my LaSalle math right, $41,493 is what I need to raise still. That's where all you guys come in. Now each of you have to get out your checkbook right now. Okay? I'm just kidding.
Nobody leaves till we get it.
Nobody leaves. We lock the door behind us. That's what the Band on the Move campaign is all about. Okay? Here's what we would call the big, hairy, audacious goal. Okay? The BHAG. Okay? We want to have this thing done and completed by the band banquet. Okay? So for us to be able to do that, okay, we have to raise $41,000 by the middle of March. Okay? So that's my job. You guys are all saying, you are crazy. You're right, I am. I'm in a job that you know, you go out and you ask people for money, and some people laugh at you, and some people give you $30,000 checks. And that's the cool thing about being a part of this position. Flip to the next slide. Oh, by the way, last week we had $6,000 come in, just from asking a few people to help us out. So what if we go over? Okay, if we go over that $77,000, we're going to take all that money, we're going to invest it right back into this place. Okay, that money's going to go to buy Brian's instruments or buy your instruments, so we won't have creaky car doors. Is that what you just called it?
Seriously.
All right. So we've got a variety of wish list items that are going to happen. How are we going to do this? We've already got all the marketing materials in play. Tomorrow there'll be a mailing that's going out to all of our alumni, past parents, current parents, the whole 9 yards, telling them about this project. It'll happen through email for current parents, and then there'll be an actual mailer that gets sent out to everybody in the next 45 days for us to raise $41,000. So I think this is
me just saying the band fees are for band operations. I don't know who's going to cover that. He did a great job. We're designing this with the slush fund in mind so that the life of the trailer, oops, we popped the tire, it's taken care of. We're fine. That is built into this number. That's why it's a little larger than just getting it repaired and getting it on the road. We don't want to put the boosters in a position where the boosters become financially strapped and perhaps even go in the red because we didn't plan out ahead enough. We've done a very thorough job at this, And we feel that doing it this way will put the boosters always in the best state and make sure that your money goes toward giving your student the best experience, not for paying for parts and repairs on a trailer. That is our guarantee.
Excellent. So how can you get involved? Well, the first thing is that if you're so inclined to give a gift, here's the information right here. Feel free to pick one of these up. It has a pledge card in there. Gives you a little brief outline on what the project's all about. Take it home to your moms and dads. All the parents that are here, feel free to pick one up. No donation is too small. I've learned that a long time ago. I know that a whole bunch of $25 equal up to a lot of money if you got a lot of people giving 25 bucks. Okay, you also need foundational gifts like $30,000. If you want to give $30,000, please call me tomorrow. Actually, 41 would be better. All right, so consider making a gift to the Band on the Move campaign. Okay, it's a fun time to be at LaSalle. It's a fun time to be a part of the band. That's what we're asking to do. Help us continue the fun. Okay. Second thing is, and this might be getting into your little comfort zone there, but consider working with me to ask other parents or other past parents or other foundations in our community or corporations to be a part of this program. Okay? This school doesn't happen unless we have people asking people for money. Okay? It's just the bottom line. Raised about $1.5 million last year. That wasn't me. That was me and a whole bunch of other people asking people for money. So we could use your help in that area too. Consider asking corporations or foundations to support the band through sponsorship. One of the big things as a part of this is a rolling billboard for us. Okay? We want to be able to put our corporate sponsors or families that want to support the band on a continual basis, we'll put their logos. If you have a family logo, I want to meet you. I'm trying to get mine. No. All right. So if you want to be a part of that, feel free to do so. And then for those people, all of you, really, I pray every night that we have supportive people in our community that support what we're doing here at LaSalle. Okay? And really, if you can't do anything, that's fine. But take the time every single night to pray for people that are willing to support you guys. Okay? All of you kids, all you that are going to receive the benefit of this, take a few minutes and say a prayer that this can continue to happen, that people continue to invest in LaSalle High School. Because this is cool. This is cool to be a part of. I've never been a part of a trailer campaign. I don't know if any of you have either. But, marimbas and saxophones and trumpets. And I did learn a new word this week. It was called Shako. I'm really excited. Every time I see Brian, I say Shako. So it's a cool thing that's going on here. Couldn't be more excited to be a part of this project. And I look forward to, in May, having that trailer down in the lower lot, being a huge billboard for all of you guys, so you guys have a great experience. So, again, if you guys need anything, it's right there. Okay. Thank you.
For years, I've had. Oh, I can see it.
That's the real.
Sorry.
Hold on 1 second.
For years, I have had alumni and parents of alumni asking, how can we get involved? This program changed my child's life, and hopefully for the better. And we want to show that thanks back to the band. How can we get involved? We haven't had an answer until now, and this is a big deal. I know that this is a project that is not going to fail. I know that we are going to come together and make this work, and I'm confident that we're going to go over. That's how confident I am. We are going to go over, and I know we can. There's a couple people, before we wrap this up, there's a couple people I wanted to thank. Believe it or not, I did not do all the planning myself. In fact, I did very little because it takes more than one of me to run this program, and there's only one. So I had about a ton of help, and I wanted to thank a couple of people. Number one is Mike Flam, who has basically... I don't know how many hours Mike has spent running around finding information on this, researching it to make sure that this is a great project. But I know that his wife can't be happy with that number. All right, so thank you, Mike.
Please, and I'm gone.
The other person I wanted to thank was Mr. Dirkers for absolutely coming through. I don't know a single band program that has the support of someone that's angled at only contact. His job is to contact alumni and support our program. I don't know any other program that can do this, and I don't think that we would be doing this if we didn't have Matt to do that. So thank you, Matt. I want to also thank Mr. Luby, who earlier he gave the blessings of this project and said, "This sounds awesome. I am behind it. The school is behind it. Let us know what we can do to take this off the ground and get this project running." So I wanted to say thank you very much. One more person I wanted to thank. And that is the guy whose wife wishes he would just graduate already, and that's Jim Miller, who has... and Jim, I know that the inside of this trailer is going to be pristinely designed down to the T, because we have him here working on it and drawing up the schematics. He's been asking me numerous questions. How thick is a uniform jacket when they're pressed together and put on I don't know. But he's got that figured out, and he's going to have the inside of the trailer mapped out completely. He did, I'm sure he's putting in some insane hours, but we do have drawings up here. At the end of this, I'll flip all those over, and you can come and peruse that. All the stuff's going to be displayed on the table, and I'll even leave the PowerPoint up. So I wanted to thank Jim for doing all the work.
I may wonder if there was another one of those rumors up there, as if he was announcing some Archie 2. No. I just saw you throw it up there. Always nothing. We'll find out if I got just two quick things I'd like to say. One is I'm extremely envious and jealous of you. Okay? I can remember back, it's not been that long ago, back in the late 60s, 70s, when I sat in these chairs as one of you. Actually, when Jim and I, we were back in those ages, we didn't sit in these chairs, we were in the cafeteria because that was our band room at the time. Well, I can remember the days when I stood in your shoes up here as the band director. I wasn't in this room, I was over in what's now the auction room up there. Guys, if you know what you're talking about, the black box. Yeah. Go up to the ceiling, and I remember teaching Joe and Lou and some of the other guys around here. We didn't have this back then. And I think it's important to kind of have an appreciation for where we are if you look back to the foundation tradition of where we came from. And you think about this building, you think about this huge project, you think about the accomplishments, just look around the room of all the successes that you have all done with his leadership. I mean, I'm tickled pink. And I'm extremely envious because I didn't have what you have and where you are and have this kind of support. I didn't have a development office that was behind me and helping raise money for the band. And a lot of wonderful parents who were boosters back then. So I thank you for that. And I also want to say thanks to all of you. Okay? It's easy for me, for Matt, and other people around here to support this program because we see what it is and we see what you're doing. We see the value of it. It's easier for me because of my past band history, obviously. But it's important to realize Can I share the dream you and I had years ago?
Yeah.
I'll let you do it. Where are we taking this band?
Best in the state? Best in the nation?
We kind of talk that way.
We're going everywhere.
Yeah.
As high as we can.
But we, first of all, wanted to do a step where we're going to be the best Catholic high school band in the city. Yeah. Right? And that's taken you how many years?
Oh, we did that a couple of years ago.
It's never been modest, has it? Okay. And from there, what's our next one?
State.
Okay, we got to get to the state. True. And then we had bigger dreams of getting into the Midwest region and so on. And I mean, you're on a journey. It's a journey that each day you're taking that extra step and that extra step and that extra step. And I think a lot of it is due to this guy. And one of the best decisions I've ever made.
Last slide? 18?
Yeah.
Yeah, last slide. We want you to become a part of this legacy. I always tell the seniors, and I tell every class this, you do not want to come back as a graduate and see the band on the decline. I saw something like that when we made semifinals, did some great things. I came back, and the band didn't quite do that, and it broke my heart. And I tell the seniors every year, the worst thing that can happen to you is the band is not better than when you left it. And I think that we've done a really good job so far. This is an opportunity to really take the next step forward and be truly part of a legacy. So thank you very much for coming. I do have one more announcement because I didn't forget. We have scripts. All right. We have script orders that have been passed out for new parents that might not know what this is. We do the scripts program. It brings in a tremendous amount of revenue for us, and we think that it's going to revolutionize the way that the Prodigal Salle does fundraising. We're not asking you to spend more money, like we are with the trailer. We are asking you to change habits. We all buy gasoline. Just go to Speedway and use one of our script cards, get 4% back. Something simple. If you have any questions, the expert on scripts is Jen Zell.
Oh.
So if you have any questions, please see her. If you would like to order some, we will accept your orders tonight. So thank you very much for your attendance. Am I forgetting anything? Am I good? Awesome. Let's hit the lights. I'll get some of this stuff out here, and then we can get
We have practice. So